Hi guys, welcome to Uwe Cooking at Home. Today I'm going to do chicken medaillons with zucchini. So let's have a look. So I have some chicken breast which I will cut in medaillons, and I flatten them a little bit with meat pounder. Then I have, as I said, zucchini. The zucchini I sauteed them a little bit in olive oil with salt, pepper, then just finish them off with a little bit of butter and spring onions. Then I have a few mushrooms, which I will just saute in butter and with a little bit of chives to put it on top of the chicken medaillons. And as a base, I'm doing like a tomato concasse, we can say. It's not really a sauce, with onion, ginger, garlic to get nice flavor. And if you fresh tomatoes, they're a little bit soft, so that's why I use them for the sauce. I have a little bit of tomato paste, which I will use, and then I put a little bit of vegetable stock or chicken stock to thin it a little bit up. So let's start to cook. So my pan is getting warm. So I'll start with the onions. Ginger and garlic. You see, I use quite a lot because my flavor for the dish, the main flavor is coming from here. So what you will see if you watch more of my videos, for lots of dishes I use onion, ginger, garlic, because it is the best base to start any dish. So I will cook this a little bit. So I will take a few minutes and then we will be back. So you see my onions start to take a little bit color. So I will put the tomato paste now. Put a few drops of water too, because I don't want to waste and lose. So to make sure, basically you see with a little bit of water I wash the can in order not to lose anything. But now I have to cook the tomato paste. It's very important to get the right taste and sweetness that you cook it. Don't just put the tomato paste and then add liquid. Tomato paste always has to be cooked before you add the liquid. Whatever you do, if you now use stock or water or tomato or wine, whatever, or a little bit of vinegar like what I do, we'll do in a minute. I will just pickle it with a little bit of vinegar to get the acid, because my tomatoes are pretty sweet. They're very nice, ripe, almost overripe tomatoes. So to get the acid, I will put now a little bit of vinegar. I have a very good balsamic vinegar. I will just a little. Okay. Obvious now with the old balsamic what I use, the color will get dark. So if you want a light sauce, then make sure you use white vinegar, either white balsamic or whatever vinegar you will use. So now I add my fresh tomatoes. And I will cook a little bit again. And when the tomato water is gone, then I will add a little bit of chicken stock, and then I just simmer it a few minutes, and we'll finish it at the end, because I don't want the tomatoes completely cooked. I want it a fresh tomato coulis, so I will not cook it too long. And I will add at the end a few julienne of fresh basil, so because I love to cook with fresh herbs. So you would see almost every dish I do, I have some kind of herbs in it. So now I reduce the heat and I cook it slowly. So I have my chicken medaillons ready. They're pretty thin, so I will season them only on one side. So they are pretty thin, so that's why one side only. So see if my pan is ready for my zucchini. Just a little olive oil, and same the chicken. I just put little olive oil, not too much. So see when you see how the oil moves in the pan, Then you can see when they're hot, they need a little bit more. This is almost there. So the zucchini, I can put them in. Season them also straight with little salt and pepper only. Because I want to taste, to see the dish what I'm doing today. I want to taste the zucchini, I want to taste the tomato, I want to taste the mushrooms. So there's not much of the strongest flavor I have is the ginger in my tomatoes, the ginger and garlic. You saw I had put quite a lot of ginger and garlic because it's number one, it's very healthy. We all know that ginger and garlic are part of the superfoods, part of the foods which really help to strengthen our immune system. Actually, ginger and garlic are in the top three. Number one are almonds, and then we have ginger and garlic, we have orange, we have mushrooms. So you see we have another superfood here. Then we have carrots actually as part of the superfood. We have chicken broth. I used a little bit of chicken broth in my tomatoes. So there is another superfood. So actually you see it's quite a healthy meal. And the only non-fruit and vegetable, there's also kale and broccoli. The only non-food, fruit or vegetable in the top 12 of superfood is actually oysters. So oysters is the only protein which is part of that group. So you might not know, but oysters are very healthy actually. So you see I cook the chicken pretty fast. Yes, we have to make sure chicken meat is cooked. As we know, chicken has to be well done, and when I use the tongue which I use for the raw chicken now, I will not use it in the pan for the zucchini. I will use something else to move them. But when we talk about salmonella, we need to take that very serious. So, and we never know what can happen. So the most secure thing is if we use raw chicken, make sure it's cooked properly, not overcooked because then we know it gets dry, but let's make sure it's properly cooked. So I pick my fresh leaves, just cut them in julienne. Don't chop them. Basil leaves is better unless you make pesto, then it's different, but otherwise just cut them. So I put them into my tomatoes. You see I transferred them from the pan in the pot. It's basically done. Now I remove the first chicken. Medaillons are ready. This is when you cook at home. It's not like when you cook in the hotel kitchen where you have a lot more power, lot more strength. So the zucchini is almost there. I will just add now the spring onions. So now I add some butter in here and add the mushrooms. So I get the flavor from which is in the pan from the chicken. I get it in the mushrooms at the end, so I don't lose the taste from the pan. So the chicken just a minute more. And then we are almost there. Zucchini, I can take them off, but I want the spring onions. I want them fresh. I don't want them cooked, so I actually remove them from the stove. keep them on a wooden board. Remember, when you take the pan from the hot oven, not to put it on your kitchen table, which is different material. So see, my mushrooms are almost there, so I can take all the chicken out now. So, almost done. The mushrooms are done. I just add the fresh chives. So, again, I don't want to cook the chives anymore. So, I move it on the side. So I can switch my oven completely off. And let's press. So, my tomate concassé is ready. Now I get my chicken. They look very nice. Okay. Oh, one more small one. Then Zuchini. Okay, so then I have to finish the end. Mushroom butter. So the mushroom acts almost like a sauce, because the butter with fresh chives, and then I finish it as I always do. Finish it with a nice break of fresh basil. Here we go, chicken medaillons on tomate concassé with zucchini.